Alright, guys, I'm doing Star Wars Rebellion. Look at all this plastic here. Not normally my type of game. I'm an old school war gamer, board gamer. Grew up hex encounters. But I do like all types of games. I really do. Um, not I enjoy Euro games. I enjoy most things. Ameritrash games, I really like things like Arkham Horror. Uh, you know, I enjoy this. These kind of things. However, this is Star Wars. And normally I would not. I mean, this is not a game I would buy, right? Because I figured, hey, this is $100, and I did spend $100 on this game. So why'd I buy it? Well, my boss, yeah, my boss, right? My boss at the time, he's not my boss anymore. Huge Star Wars fan, and we are playing Star Wars Armada, which is the capital ship battles between Star Wars battles. And for me, I love Star Wars. I mean, I grew up, with Star Wars, but I'm not like a Star Wars nut. I don't like know I haven't read all the books and things like my boss had read. He has like a room full of Star Wars memorabilia, but he never played a board game like this, right? So I bought this, for him, in essence, and we played it. We played it many times, and then I played it with my other gaming buddies. And you know what? This is a war game, and this is a really interesting war game. This is not just a kind of a, hey, we just got the license for a game. We just want to make something, chuck dice and things are interesting. No, this really is. And I played it, probably 20 or 30 times. Well, not 30 times. I probably played it about 20 times, 18 to 20 times. Don't want to get crazy about that. But I mean, obviously, to play it that much, I enjoy it. And this is not a 1 or 2 hour game. I mean, this is a 4 hour game to play this, for sure. So I wanted to go over. I'm going to do a solo play. Nobody will know where the Rebel base is. And I'll go into shortly how it plays or the initial setup, and I'll start playing. But this is Star Wars Episode 1, 2 through 3, or well, Episode 4 through 6, I guess. I'm not the star. The first three movies, however that works out. And so it is basically, there's a rebellion forming in the Empire, right? There's the Imperial player who's trying to stomp out that rebellion. Okay. They start with these four leaders. The rebellion starts with these four leaders. And the goal of the Empire is to find the rebel base and destroy the rebel base, and thus end the rebellion against, the Empire. The rebellion player, well, they're just trying to run the clock out. Well, how does that work? Well, we have a turn track. And here's the turn track. And the turn track obviously goes up. There is this reputation marker here. And as the rebellion can fulfill objectives, and those objectives will come through this objective deck that the rebellion will get. If they can, perform these objectives, that'll push this reputation marker down. And so that's going to make less and less terms. If these ever meet, the rebellion wins. They have fomented rebellion in the Empire, and the game's over. So it's basically, I want to say kind of, familiar to wargamers who know, like, hey, in 1941 Barbarossa, hey, it's the rebellion. I gotta, hold off. Whereas the Empire, hey, I've got to push, to try and end this thing quickly. This is a little different than that, obviously, because there's objectives that the rebellion will try and accomplish. But it's very similar in the sense that the Empire, and we'll look at the minis over here. So you can see, here's the rebellion's minis, here's the Empire's minis, right? So the rebellion is in no way able to, just fight a war game on the map. They don't have enough forces, and they never will. Just like in Barbarossa, I mean, the Soviet Union can't fight, straight up. They're just going to get destroyed. They have to do other things to try and win the game. And we'll see how that kind of plays out here. And I'm going to do the initial setup. And the cool thing about the game is there's no straight setup. There's kind of a random initial setup where you go with the this probe deck. You draw some cards. You see where the initial areas are on the map, and then you set things up. And actually, the rebels have their whole force, and they can decide where their force is going to set up, and they have a choice between the rebel base and another system, and they can divide it as it goes. And we'll see how that plays out on my next video.